handling in VBA can sometimes be difficult, especially when you are inheriting either a database or an Excel sheet, and this applies pretty much to any VBA code. When you look at the VBA code and you see error handling like this, and you can see on error go to, and then the error, what this is going to do is once this code starts running, if there's an error that occurs between here and here, between the exit sub, this is how this has been created, it is going to go and handle this error, and probably this is going to create a message box that comes up with the error. A lot of times that's great. It makes it really user-friendly. You can not, it can prevent the actual error coming up for the user, the actual code window coming up. But a lot of times it makes it very difficult to debug code. So there's a couple different ways to handle this. One would be to, when you get this error in this sub, is to step through this. And the reason to do that, A, is to see where the error is coming up. But also, if this goes into another sub, even if you turn off error handling for this sub, you still can have issues in your errors and in finding the actual true source of the errors. So one thing would just be replace all on error. So if I go to Control F and I paste in on error, actually came up automatically. And I put in replace with on error, but I put a little apostrophe before that, and then I replace all. You can see this has a lot of error handling in this database. That is now commented out, that on error. So when this gets invoked, it doesn't matter whether it's on error go to next, on error resume next, on error go to the actual error, or on error go to 0. The code is actually going to stop. So this has now turned off all error handling that is happening. Another way to do this is to go into Tools and then Options, go into General, and then you can see error trapping and break on all errors. This would also override the error handling that is in there now, and it will stop your code where it is breaking. So these are both ways. When you inherit a database, inherit a macro data, an Excel sheet, that's VBA, pretty much anything like that, it sometimes can be very difficult to debug this, because while it comes up with a nice message, it's easy to read, and it is in layman's terms. If there's code line numbers, it can also help, because then you can identify this. But sometimes that error may be getting created another sub. So you think the error is getting caused here. You've got, this is an on form open. When you open the form, you get an error. But if this is calling another sub, it may be actually getting created there as an error, and you can't really tell exactly where it's happening. So while you can't step through the code, you can also just turn off all the on error handling by using that little trick to replace all. And then you can also separately, if you don't want to replace all the on errors, is come in here and put to break on all errors. Hopefully that helps you. Thanks, like, share, and enjoy the rest of your day.